What's up YouTube? Dougie Chong here. Welcome to today's episode where I'll be reviewing AMZN stock. Before I start the video, I just want to give a big thank you to all my subscribers. We're over 300 subscribers now in just a year's time. And if you have not already, please subscribe to this video and leave a like if it helps you at all. AMZN is probably my most favorite stock of all time. Some stocks come and go, but AMZN stock, I can see myself owning it for my entire life. I made a video on AMZN stock before. I'll leave a link in the description below, and a lot of those points still apply today. In this video, I'll go over my experience with AMZN the company. Then I'll go over why I think the company will continue to grow and succeed in the future, and then I'll go over some of the numbers of the company. So AMZN itself definitely does not need any introduction. They are one of the biggest e-commerce companies in the world, and you can go on their site www.amazon.com and buy pretty much anything you want and have it quickly delivered to your front door. They are masters of logistics, and if you've ever ordered anything from AMZN, you know that their delivery times are simply unmatched. Furthermore, the return policy is pretty much unrivaled. If something comes and it's not exactly how you liked it, you can pretty much return it to AMZN almost no problem. They really don't inspect the item, you could even scratch it, use it a bit, and AMZN will take it back no problem. I guess Costco can also do that, and they give you a full year. AMZN's window is usually just 1 or 2 weeks. In just the past few months, I've ordered a lock, a flooring tool, a sink, and cabinet handles all on AMZN. And granted, a lot of these items I could have bought them all at Home Depot, but AMZN really sells a whole range of items from phones to bikes to wheels to tires to computers. Pretty much anything you can think of, you can buy on AMZN. AMZN is usually the first place that people look when trying to make a purchase online, and having that brand recognition really goes a long way. They might not even have the best product, but because people search there first, they will get a lot of the sales. But besides having one of the best e-commerce platforms in the planet, AMZN also has one of the best web services or software as a service platforms out there, known as AWS or Amazon Web Services. And while selling goods on an e-commerce platform is very low margin, selling things on a software as a service platform such as AWS is very high profit and very high margin. Amazon Web Services is used by a variety of different companies. I've used it myself. They have Amazon S3 for storage solutions. And pretty much a lot of the web servers out there use Amazon Web Services. YouTube may be an exception because they are owned by Google, but even then, I think they probably use at least a few of Amazon Web Services components. AMZN really popularized the software as a service model. A lot of times before, companies would go and hire other contractors to make specialized software applications for them, but the way AMZN made Amazon Web Services, they set up special APIs that allowed pretty much any developer or any kind of developer with a little bit of startup time, they could just learn how to use it and then use the web services accordingly. It became a lot easier for companies to simply use AMZN's APIs instead of hosting their own web server. Alright, so that's two of their core business components. They're into a whole lot of other things. They even have a e-signature arm. The company is just pretty massive at this point, but a lot of their profits come from the Amazon Web Services, and then a lot of their popularity is from the big e-commerce website. But on to why I think the company will continue to grow and be profitable in the future. Just because a company is profitable and good now does not mean they will continue to do so in the future. It's important to look at the future of a company when evaluating its worth. For example, a company like Sears just a few years ago, more like 10 or 15 now, was at the peak of its prime, but it never innovated, it got stagnant, and ultimately got took over. Sometimes it might not even be in the company's control in terms of things like oil companies like ExxonMobil. They will definitely go out of business or at least substantially fall from how high they are ranked just because fossil fuels are gonna run out and renewable energy sources are gonna be the future. So back to Amazon. Selling things online through e-commerce and selling software as a service are both trends that are picking up a lot of steam. And because of the pandemic, it has only increased the pace in which people are using e-commerce platforms and buying software as a service. So really, when a lot of their competitors or brick and mortar stores are having a harder time, Amazon's actually having a better time, leading them to completely destroy their competition. Shopify is one of the closest things Amazon has to a competitor in the e-commerce space. Walmart is also working to quickly ramp up their delivery skills, but without government intervention, Amazon will simply remain at the top for the foreseeable future. AWS has some more competition with Microsoft Azure and the Google Cloud platform, but the market share of AWS is still staggering in comparison. I think it's like 30% compared to much less for both Google and Microsoft. Another reason why no one will catch up to Amazon is because they have the best engineers. They can give them the most money, and the engineers are the ones that make the platforms at the end of the day. If they hire the best engineers, offer them way more money than anyone else can, it's very hard for other companies to compete. Google and Facebook, they can offer similar packages, but if Amazon is just doing similar or the same compensation, it's very hard for a company to overtake them. And then if you're a tiny startup company and you maybe only have a few $100,000 in seed money, even a few $1 million, you're simply no match to a company as big as Amazon. Alright, now let's look into the numbers for the company. The numbers are simply ridiculous. I think I saw that if you made a $10,000 investment at the inception of Amazon, then that would be worth about $20 million today. I double checked the math because I didn't think that could possibly be true, but sure enough, Amazon stock opened at just $1.73, a mere 23 years ago. It is now over $3,000, which means your investment would be about $19 million and probably $20 million when it was at its all-time highs. The market cap for Amazon is $1.65 trillion, which is one of the highest in the world. I think just Apple and Microsoft are ahead of it. I think those were the first two companies to hit $1 trillion market caps and then $2 trillion market caps, respectively. The P ratio is at 126, which is pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. Even for a fast growing company, 126 is a pretty high number. The 52-week high is 3,500, so it is a bit down from its lofty standards. It's kind of hard to find Amazon at a low point, so I would consider this a slight dip. And it is certainly higher than its 52-week low of $1,626. If we look at the 1-year price chart, it started around 1,600, went to 2,000-ish, dipped a little back down to 1,700 before shooting up to 3,500, settling around $3,000 today. And then if we look at the all-time graph, it just looks like it goes up and up and up. Alright, so in my last video, Amazon stock was somewhere around $1,800, and I believe I said it was not a buy and I wanted to wait for it to come down a bit. Now that the price has almost doubled, how has my opinion changed? I think it is a buy now. I think it can easily hit $4,000 in the near term future, which represents a 30% increase with all the positive news going around the company. Again, this is just my opinion. I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is not legal financial advice. But I do find it very hard to bet against a company as big as Amazon. I already own a lot of shares. I won't be buying more shares, maybe one or two. And if it dips below $3,000, I'll certainly be looking to buy even more. And as for what I think the overall market will be doing, it looks like it is starting to come down. It was at ridiculous, lofty standards. It's like nothing was wrong with the economy. Stocks were just going up like crazy. We'll see what happens after this election. I'm anticipating it will drop down. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Please remember to leave a like if this video helped you at all. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you in the next video.